Want to speak English fluently but don't know where to learn?
School says one thing, YouTube says another thing, and your brain says, please stop.
Don't worry. Today, we will make it simple.
We will talk about the best places to learn English speaking.
Online, offline, alone, with people, and even with your mobile phone.
Yes, because sometimes your phone listens to you more than your friends.
Let's start.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the podcast.
I'm Lima.
And I'm James.
Today, we are talking about a very common question. Where can I learn to speak English fluently?
Many people want to improve their English, but they feel confused.
They ask, should I go to an academy?
Should I learn on YouTube?
Should I use apps?
Should I talk to native speakers?
Should I talk to my cat?
If your cat answers in English, please tell us.
Yes, we also want that course.
In this episode, we will talk about the best places to learn English speaking.
We will also explain which place is good for beginners, which one is cheap, and which one helps you speak more.
And most importantly, we will tell you the truth.
There is no magic place.
But there are smart places.
Exactly. So relax, smile, and let's find the right place for your English journey.
Lima, let's start with the main question. Where can someone learn to speak English fluently?
The simple answer is you can learn English fluently anywhere you can listen, speak, repeat, and practice every day.
That sounds powerful.
Because fluency does not come from one place only.
Right.
Because fluency comes from regular practice.
So fluency is not hiding in one secret building.
No.
Not even in room number 7 of an expensive academy?
No. Fluency is built day by day.
Good. So let's talk about real places. First, English academies or language centers.
Are academies good for learning English speaking?
Yes, they can be very helpful.
Why?
Because in an academy, you usually have a teacher, a class, a schedule, and speaking activities.
So it gives structure. Exactly. Many people need structure.
Yes, if they study alone, they open the book, then open social media, then open the fridge.
Yes, and suddenly, English study time becomes snack time.
Very dangerous learning method.
In an academy, you have a fixed time. You sit, listen, and speak.
That helps discipline.
Also, you can ask questions.
That is useful for beginners.
Yes, if you do not understand something, the teacher can explain it simply.
But are there any problems with academies?
Yes, some academies focus too much on grammar and not enough on speaking.
Ah, the famous grammar mountain.
Yes, students climb grammar mountain but never open their mouth.
They know 12 tenses but cannot say, I am hungry.
Exactly.
So if someone chooses an academy, what should they look for?
They should look for a place with speaking practice, conversation activities, friendly teachers, small class size, regular interaction.
Good. So academies can help, but not all academies are perfect.
Correct. Choose carefully. Learning English on YouTube.
Now, let's talk about YouTube. Can someone learn English speaking on YouTube?
Yes, absolutely.
Many people love YouTube because it is free.
Yes, free and easy.
Also, you can learn anytime.
Morning, evening, lunch break, or while pretending to work.
We do not officially support that, but yes.
On YouTube, you can find speaking lessons, pronunciation practice, beginner conversations, daily English sentences, podcasts, and listening practice.
That sounds great.
It is great, especially for beginners.
Why especially beginners?
Because beginners need simple input.
Simple words, simple sentences, slow speaking.
Exactly. And many YouTube teachers explain English in a very easy way.
So what is the problem?
The problem is this. YouTube helps you listen, but fluency needs speaking too.
Ah, yes. Watching 10 videos does not mean you are speaking.
Right. Some people watch English videos every day, but they never repeat, never answer, and never practice aloud.
So they become professional watchers.
Yes, very good at clicking, not always good at speaking.
So how should someone use YouTube in a smart way?
Very simple. Watch short videos, pause after each sentence, repeat aloud, copy pronunciation, and use the sentence in your own way.
That is a good system.
So yes, YouTube is a very good place to learn English speaking if you do more than just watch.
Now, what about mobile apps?
Apps can also help a lot.
People love apps because they are easy and always with you.
Yes, your phone is already in your hand all day.
Sadly, yes.
So why not use it for something useful?
Instead of watching the same funny cat video 10 times?
Yes, use some time for English too.
What can apps help with?
Apps can help with vocabulary, daily practice, pronunciation, listening, and short speaking exercises.
That sounds nice.
They are very useful for daily habit.
Like 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there.
Exactly.
But can apps make you fluent alone?
Usually no.
Why not?
Because fluency grows in real conversation. Apps are helpful tools, but they cannot replace real speaking practice completely.
So apps are support, not the full answer.
Correct. Think of apps like exercise shoes.
Nice example.
Shoes help you walk, but the shoes do not walk for you.
Very true.
Speaking with friends or partners.
Now let's talk about one of the best places, speaking with people.
Yes, this is one of the strongest ways to improve fluency.
Why?
Because fluency grows when you use English in real time.
Real answers, real reactions, real mistakes, real learning.
Exactly.
So if someone has a friend who also wants to learn English, that is great.
Very great. They can practice together every day.
Even 10 minutes can help.
Yes, they can ask simple questions. How are you? What did you do today? What do you like? What is your plan for tomorrow?
Very easy, but very practical.
And they should not worry too much about mistakes.
Because both are learning.
Yes, no pressure.
Unless one friend becomes a fake English professor.
Yes. Excuse me, your pronunciation of sandwich is emotionally incorrect.
That friend is dangerous.
Very dangerous.
So the best speaking partner is supportive, patient, and regular.
Exactly. A good practice partner helps you speak more, not fear more.
What if someone does not have a friend to practice with?
Then, online communities are a very good option.
Like speaking groups.
Yes, there are many online spaces where learners meet and practice English.
That sounds helpful.
Very helpful. You can join speaking clubs, language exchange groups, or English practice communities.
What is good about them?
You meet different people.
So you hear different accents and different speaking styles.
Yes, and you also get more confidence talking to strangers.
That is important for fluency.
Very important.
Any problem with these groups?
Sometimes the group is too big.
So one person speaks a lot and others just smile like furniture.
Yes, silent furniture.
So what should learners do?
Find a group where members actually speak, not only type messages.
Good advice.
Also, join a group that feels friendly and active. Learning at home alone.
Now let's talk about learning at home alone. Can someone become fluent this way?
Yes, they can improve a lot at home, especially in the beginning.
Really?
Yes, home is a very good place for daily speaking practice.
Tell us how.
You can do many things at home. You can repeat English sentences. You can read short dialogues aloud. You can talk to yourself. You can describe your day. You can copy podcast lines. And you can practice mirror speaking.
Mirror speaking sounds funny but useful.
It is useful. You look at yourself and speak.
And if you forget a word, your mirror will not laugh.
Exactly.
Can we give an example?
Sure. A learner can stand in front of a mirror and say, "Hello, my name is Ahmed. I live in Karachi. I want to improve my English. I like tea. I like cricket. I am learning every day."
Very simple.
Yes, simple is good.
So home is a great place to start.
Yes, but again, if you want fluency, later you also need real conversation with other people.
So training at home is the training ground.
Exactly.
Many learners dream of speaking with native speakers. Is that the best way?
It can be helpful, yes.
Why do people like this idea so much?
Because native speakers can give real listening and real conversation experience.
That sounds good.
Yes, but many learners think, if I speak with native speakers, I will become fluent very fast.
Is that true?
Not always.
Why?
Because if you are a complete beginner, fast native speech can feel difficult.
Your ears say, "What is happening?"
Yes, your ears need subtitles.
So beginners should not feel bad if they cannot understand everything.
Exactly. It is normal.
So what is better?
Start with slow and simple English.
Then later speak with more advanced speakers or native speakers.
Correct. Fluency grows step by step.
Can social media help too?
Yes, if you use it smartly.
Smartly is the key word,
Very key.
because social media can teach you English.
Or steal 3 hours of your life.
Also true.
Short English clips, simple podcasts, daily conversation content, and easy listening pages can help a lot.
Especially if you listen and repeat.
Yes, always repeat.
And what about podcasts?
Podcasts are excellent for listening.
Especially simple English podcasts.
Yes, you can listen while walking, resting, or traveling.
But again, don't only listen like a sleeping potato.
Yes, listen actively, pause, and repeat.
That is the secret.
So, where is the best place?
Lima, after all this, tell me the truth. What is the best place to learn English fluently?
The best place is the place where you practice regularly.
That is the real answer.
Yes, a great academy is useless if you stay silent.
A great YouTube channel is useless if you only watch and never speak.
A great app is useless if you skip practice every day.
A great friend is useless if all you say is hello and then run away.
Exactly.
So fluency does not come from the place only.
It comes from your habit in that place.
Can you give a simple plan for beginners?
Yes, very simple.
Tell us.
Use YouTube or podcasts for listening. Use home practice for repeating aloud. Use an app for daily habit. Use a friend or speaking partner for conversation. If possible, join an academy or online group for regular speaking.
That sounds balanced.
Yes, not one place, a combination.
So the learner should build a small English world around them.
Beautifully said.
Thank you. I say one smart thing every 6 business days.
We are proud of you.
So, where can you learn to speak English fluently?
In an academy.
On YouTube.
With apps.
At home.
In online groups.
With friends.
Even with yourself in the mirror.
The real answer is simple.
Go where you can listen, speak, repeat, and practice often.
Don't wait for the perfect place.
Start with the place you already have.
Your phone, your room, your friend, your notebook, your voice.
Fluency begins when speaking begins.
Not when fear ends.
Not when grammar becomes perfect.
Not when your cat gives you an English certificate.
Yes, please do not wait for that. If you enjoyed this episode, now do one small thing today.
Choose one place where you will practice English this week.
Maybe YouTube.
Maybe home practice.
Maybe a speaking partner.
Maybe an online group.
Then speak for just 10 minutes a day.
Small practice, big result.
And write in the comments.
I will start speaking today.
Or tell us, where do you want to learn English speaking?
Don't forget to like, share, and follow for more easy English content.
Keep learning.
Keep smiling.
Keep speaking.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.